Baird, how would you reflect on today's match?
Probably a poor, not so much a poor performance in the first half as just sort of the position we find ourselves in terms of losing the 2 goals, especially when you compare it to how we played in the second half. I thought we were much better. I think when you give yourself or the other team a 2-goal head start, you've got a mountain to climb, especially in this league. I'm always on here saying the first goal's massive, but the first 2 are even bigger, do you know what I mean? So, but I think when it went to 2-0 we did well to sort of compose ourselves, make sure we didn't lose a third, and then go and get one back to get us in at half time, sort of with a chance. I think in the second half we do alright, massive improvement on the first half, and we create enough chances to probably nick a point. But again, if you give the opposition, especially a team of Livy's quality, they're up that top end running Falkirk all the way to the end potentially for a reason. It's because they've got good players, good quality, and they're a good team, really experienced team as well. So we that's just the way it's sort of panned out for us today. I think we did do enough to get a point, but probably they will expect to see out the game with a 2-0 head start. So that's what it is.
Yeah, you know, when you get the goal towards the end of the first half like that, it gives you the momentum to go into the second, and you saw the change that happened to the players. But how disappointing is it to put in that sort of performance and be standing here without the rewards?
Yeah, obviously we're gutted. At 2-1 and you come out in the second half, you have a go because you've got nothing to lose. If you're as well getting beat 3-1, having a go trying to get a point out of it, especially at this stage in the season. I think we do enough to probably get a point. It just doesn't pan out for us that way. I think we've got one in the net. I've not seen it back, but we'll see. But it's just part of football, isn't it? It's, the positives would be it's an improvement on last week. We do back ourselves at home, but we are playing against a team up the top end. So the last few games for us anyway have been against the sort of 3 out of the top 4. So you can't expect to win them as much as you try. I think at home we do give ourselves a right good chance, and we'll be gutted about. The boys will be anyway. We gutted about today. I think we probably put enough in to get a point, and it just didn't work out for us. But we'll just need to move on, see how we go. 3 games to go, try and get as many points as we can.
Yeah, you mentioned there 3 games to go, 2 on the road before the final game at home as well. How important is it going to be to try and take that second half performance today into next week?
Yeah, that would be the sort of key. Sometimes in games I feel like we have one really good half where it's the first or the second, and we kind of need to make sure we can do that across the full 90. But again, it'll be a real tough game at the weekend, and hopefully we can produce what we did in the second half there in both halves next weekend, and obviously going forward to sort of see out the season. But yeah,